What's up, y'all? It's your girl J. Renee with Prison Ride Radio. I hope that you're doing well. On the phone this morning, we got a brother on the phone by the name of A.D. McCoy. He's an author and a writer. We're going to talk to him about his craft, what he got going on, and what the future holds. All right. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, J. Renee? How y'all doing out there? I send my love and respect to all y'all.
All right, we appreciate that. We send love back to you. Appreciate you for taking your time to be here. It took us a little bit, but here we are. So we're going to jump right into it, okay?
Yes.
All right, so tell the people a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
Well, I'm from Sacramento, California, born and raised. I've been incarcerated 36 years, but I'm still shining, always trying to reinvent myself, always trying to elevate myself, and I use my writings as basically a pillar for me, keep hold me up, and as a result of a lot of the things that I've been through, it affects my writing in a very powerful way. So now I write, poetry, songs, movie scripts. It's no limit right now. I'm doing a book of short stories right now. So, this writing is really what really sustains me up in here.
Okay.
And
I can definitely understand that. I was going to ask you, what are some of the things that sustain you? So let me ask you, when did you, or what was the first thing that you wrote where you said, okay, this might be something I want to do?
Well, it actually started, I think I've always had this imagination, and I've always pretty much had a way with words. And I think I remember the first little piece of money I made was I made 50 cents. This little girl named in 5th grade, Betty Bowright, gave me 50 cents to hook her up a poem. It was one of those roses I read, violets I blew with my own little twist on it. She liked it. She gave me 50 cents. And I was like, hey, man, there might be something to it. But it took me coming to prison and really discovering myself and really being honest with myself, and dealing with some of the things I've been through. And the writing has really brought a lot out of me. It brought out confidence, and it gave me permission just to be me, and that's where we are today.
All right, for sure. I can definitely respect that. So how many things, well, I know that you've written lots of things. You have books, short stories, and poetry. So what was the first thing that you wrote as far as while you were inside? Was it a story or was it some poetry? Like, what was that?
Well, basically started out with poetry, but even before then, I've noticed I had a real flair with writing, and this was told to me by a captain because I filed a lot of grievances, and he like, man, the way you write, man, you ever consider being a writer because you have a lot of flair even in your legal complaint.
Right.
And a lot of homies tell me that, stuff like that. So, it started with this little legal journey, with this fight, and I took it from there and really just applied myself and started really just looking at and sharing my writings with other people. And they like, yeah, you got it.
Okay. I know that was something else. So, do you have any published books that's out?
No, I'm working on something right now. I just got with a publisher for these short stories. But I have some stuff online, like Prison Foundation.org. They publish some of my screenplays and my book of poetry, but they just put it on display. It wasn't like an actual publisher yet.
Okay.
But we on our way.
Okay, I know that's
Can't
right.
stop, won't stop,
I know that's right. So how was it to actually know that something that you created was put somewhere publicly for others to see? What was that like?
Well, it was a confidence boost, but more so it allowed me to man, say, all right, okay, cool. I have something to say, right, and I have something to share, and this is how I want to put myself out there. This is how I want the world to see me. And I know I come to the table with something pretty strong and powerful. My writings are pretty powerful, vivid. My storylines is on point. So, put that out there, because we only live once. You got guys like Bob Marley. He been there, but he's still alive. Same
Right.
thing with so many other greats. You know what I mean?
Right.
Their art, transcends them, right? And so that's where I'm at right now. I'm just trying to put my art out there.
Okay. So when it comes to your books, what different genres have you crossed into? I believe you said something about children books. What else? What other genres have you covered?
The traditional urban stuff, the hood stuff, but also I also have a flair for this, like that Marvel Comics type stuff. I can write that kind of sci-fi. I'm working on a story right now, a black sci-fi.
Okay.
What would it look like if black folks really had, real magical powers like they said that we had back in the days of Egypt, how we built the pyramids and all this mysterious stuff. And what if we brought that to the hood? What would that look like if black folks can travel to go through a portal and travel through other worlds and see that the beauty is really outside this planet, and there's other civilizations out there that really love and welcome us? Or maybe this is where we actually came from, right? I'm working on a piece right now like that.
Okay, wow, that'll be awesome to see. You don't see too many sci-fis like that, so best of luck in that genre for sure. We need more representation in that genre.
Indeed.
All right, so let me ask you, what is your favorite type of writing? Do you enjoy writing stories more, poetry? Like, which one is the one that you have a special relationship with?
I have a real special affinity for storytelling and amazing stories, magical stories. Being in prison all this time, it's kind of like an escape for me, right? And I've been in and out the hole a lot, when I was going through my knucklehead phase. And a lot of times, I needed something to read, so I entertained myself just by writing stories, right? And that was my escape, and I've learned how to just write pretty much anything. And then the beautiful thing about writing, it transports you anywhere in this universe,
Right.
And that's what I've been on lately, just just telling some amazing stories. Stuff that you often see nowadays that they make through Marvel and Hulu and Amazon and Apple and all these folks. I've kind of like been on that lately. The Black Panther and Wakanda Forever, and I love that kind of stuff.
Right. Okay, I can appreciate that, and I'm with you there, 100%. So speaking of the silver screen, have you thought about or have you been doing any type of screenwriting?
Yeah, I have a collection of movie scripts, and as soon as I get through with this book of short stories, I have a screenplay I want to write. It's an amazing, magical, urban storyline, about this little girl, who didn't know that she had these amazing powers. Her dad, and they finally connect, and magical sparks fly. So it celebrates love. It celebrates, art history. It celebrates just the magic, that we bring to the table that we're not even half the time aware of, and so I'm on that right now.
All right, that sounds like something that's definitely going to be worth seeing. So we're going to keep our eye out for that for sure.
For sure.
All right, bro. So I know that you said that you had something that you wanted to share with the listeners. Just to give them a little, sample of the work that you do. So I would like to definitely give you the floor to do so. So the floor is yours.
Okay. Now this piece is called Mary Had a Little Boy. And it goes like this. Mary had a little boy, cute and cocoa brown. Her heart was filled with so much joy, her tears would touch the ground. And everywhere that Mary went, the boy was sure to go. And every year that came and went, the boy was quick to grow. One day the boy asked Mary, "Mama, where's my dad?" She looked into his big brown eyes, not hiding, she was sad. "My precious son, please be strong. Your daddy ran away, and I do not know where he is, even to this day." So the boy grows up without a man to show him how to be. He found a gang to call his own extended family. One day, Mary gets a call from her son in county jail. "Mama, they say I'm not give me bail." Oh, yeah. Mary's heart was torn apart. Her dear sweet boy was through. She cried and prayed and prayed and cried, for this was all she could do. Now she took the stand in his behalf and pleaded with the court, "Please give me back my precious son." But his trial was quick and short. Convicted and given double life, another soul goes to the pen, doomed to dwell in a living hell surrounded by treacherous men. Mary came to visit one day and saw he had a black eye. He said he got it playing basketball, but she knew this was a lie. One night he got into a fight with a cellmate, big and strong. He tried to take Mary's boy, but Mary's boy held on. As time went by, his son developed a heart stone cold. He kept his back against the wall with eyes so fierce and bold. He established a reputation for skill at hand, and in times of strife, with fist or knife, he was quick to take off on a man. Mary noticed this change in her son through visits and letters he wrote. It hurt her heart to see her son so hardened and remote. One day Mary went to church and asked the congregation for their prayers. Her son was in prison, a troubled soul, and his trial was so wrong and unfair. After church, she met this beautiful girl with dimples and sparkling eyes. She told Mary her father was an attorney, highly respected, successful, and wise. Her name was Karen, a student of law, and was touched by what Mary revealed. "I will get my father to help your son. He's known best for his work on appeals." Mary told her son the good news. She was happy, but he had his doubt. "Why would someone come to our aid, Mama? We ain't got no money. We ain't got no clout." "My son, God is the master of all things, and faith is the only clout we need. He sent Karen and her father to us. Boy, read the signs. Left. The signs, dear son, and take heed. Read the signs, dear son, and take heed." Mary brought Karen to visit one day, and it was true love at first sight. Mary's son and Karen talked and laughed, and Mary cried tears of delight. How long had it been since she saw her son smile? It seemed so far away in time and space. But now, just look at my beautiful son with such a dazzling smile on his face. Karen and her father worked hard on his case and found the key witness had lied. Mary's son was somewhere else when those two men brutally died. Mary's son was finally free with his faith in God renewed. And he wasn't bitter, just relieved that his hell was finally subdued. He married Karen. They had a big wedding and had 2 kids of their own. Mary's joy is now complete with grandbabies and her son back home. Thank you.
Wow, bro. That was you are definitely a storyteller. I could see everything inside of my head. You know what I mean? So, wow. So, tell us, what was the inspiration behind that?
Again, a lot of my stories are parts of me too, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of my hopes and my dreams and some of my failures, is all brought to bear. So this story was like a take on Mary Had a Little Lamb, right? Mm-hmm. Mary Had a Little Boy, and, with my own urban twist on it. A story, a tragic story that ended up being a beautiful story, and we all want those happy endings and stuff like that. And unfortunately, on this side of the tracks, is not always the case. But as writers, I think we owe it to ourselves to express these types of things and encourage especially the youth. And parents, to see things differently, see things from a different perspective, and the questions with a lot of what ifs. Mm-hmm. What if it was a more beautiful spot? What if we did have to go through the stuff we would go through? Mm-hmm. Will we be better off? Will we be stronger? So, as a writer, these things, they help heal me too. Mm-hmm. Hopefully I can help other people.
Yeah, we definitely respect that, bro, 110%. Most definitely. So definitely salute to you. So tell us.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So what does the future hold? I know that you said you got you a publisher. You about to come out with some stuff that we can hold in our hands. We're looking forward to that. But what else does the future hold for you, bro?
Well, basically, what I'm trying to do is I have a upcoming parole board in December. I'm, just doing everything that these folks want me to do.
Right.
In order to catch that date, so I can be out there. And now, I can really amplify. I can really get into what I want to get into because I'm also a music producer and a DJ. Okay. So I want to get into this music,
right.
and, produce music and start my own record company and media company. And that all encompasses the media. My ultimate dream is establishing my media company, which covers publications and writings and music and, just amplify into the world. Maybe even into the universe, hopefully.
That's beautiful. We definitely hope everything go well. December, for sure, bro.
I appreciate people like Jay Renee who helped, to get my words out there. I really appreciate you. I salute you. And you are a national black treasure to me.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
God
that.
God knows I appreciate you.
Yeah, so, we got to do this work, man. We all we got, and we all we need. You know what I mean? So we got to help each other build our nation.
Indeed. I'm with you 1,000%. Whatever I can do, however I can contribute, I'm there.
That's peace. That's peace, bro. So leave the people with some gems. You got some gems or some jewels you want to drop on the listeners? It can be to anybody, to the youth, to any particular group in general, or all of us. What you got?
First and foremost, I would just like to say thank you, y'all out there. And I also need to tell you this, that, hey, us, youth, black folks, we are enough. I didn't even know until recently that our spending power is $1.9 trillion. We can keep ourselves afloat. What we need to do is commit to stronger protocols and self-belief and self-worth. We come from a powerful and magical legacy. All we got to do is just believe in self more than anything. And from there, we'll bubble. So y'all can reach out to me if you want. Sister J. Renee, can I
yes,
give
please.
my...
Most definitely. I was going to ask you. Tell the people how to get in contact with you.
You can contact me. I'm here at the county jail right now, Sacramento County Jail. A.D. McCoy. My ex-rep number is 1418122, and I'm at 651 I Street, Sacramento, California, 95814. Y'all get at me. Send me a little sunshine up in here, and I promise I'll holler right back. Again, we all we got, and I appreciate you guys, and I got so much more of my pieces I would love to share. So I'm here until I'm not.
Invite you
I
back,
can
bro.
until I can't.
We definitely invite you back to share some of them pieces. Most definitely. We're going to talk about it.
Indeed.